when I thought about making my 3 years of testosterone video, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something a little bit different, and so I decided to make a video about I wanted to show you guys a little piece of my daily routine, and talk about um, the everyday and just kind of what we do and how that changes throughout our life. So for me, I know that as long as I can remember, the first thing I have to do when I wake up in the morning is I have to brush my teeth. Even if Actually, if I wake up at all, I could take a nap, and the first thing I have to do is I have to brush my teeth. I just have to. But it's just, I don't know why. It's just the first thing I need to do. But I realized that, you know, we get into routines, right? Throughout the course of our life, we do similar things every day. Um, Maybe it's going to a certain set of classes, or maybe it's going to a job, or um, working on the house. But things change over time. And with making testosterone updates, I realized I didn't have anything dramatic to update, but just that clip there of me showing where you could see my facial hair, um, which I'm about to shave, is a substantial amount more than there was in the last update video I had that was when I was 14 months. Um, in my transition personally, I've never really had those dramatic changes in facial hair. So to be able to see this video versus the last video, is like, holy crap, my face has really changed. And in some ways, I don't notice it because I've been shaving so much. I've noticed how much more often I have to shave, and how this has become a part of my routine. I'm not sure if I have this razor in another video, but when I made that 14-month video, I had the same razor. I've had this razor since I was about 6 months on T, and I've been shaving with it the entire time. And I went from shaving once or twice a month to shaving once or twice every 2 weeks to shaving once or twice a week to shaving every other day, and to now I have to shave basically every day. Sometimes I try to get away with it and just not because I'm busy or being lazy or whatever, but I've noticed I have to shave almost every day, and if I miss a day, then I've noticed that I'm gonna have to go back and do multiple passes. So you'll see here, I had let my facial hair grow out for about 3 weeks, and I've been growing my mustache out for about like 6 or 9 months, and just kind of trimming it, keeping it professional and stuff like that. And so it's become so much a part of my routine that I never realized at which point I started shaving every day, and I never realized at which point I started doing multiple passes where you'll see me relather and shave my entire face again just to get a close enough shave. I never really realized um, those differences, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because I think that everyone goes through these types of changes in their life, right? It could be uh, very pronounced, and you can be very conscious of the change, something like starting a transition, or something like starting a new job, or moving to a new town, or starting a new term in school. But we all have these points in time where our everyday our what our everyday life consists of changes, and a lot of times that's very gradual. If you look back over the last 6 months, 18 months, a year, maybe 2 years, and certainly probably over 5 or more years, I would I would speculate that most people might not even be able to count the number of daily routines that they have, or probably don't remember what they used to do every day. I mean, lots of people, I'm sure, have the experience that I've had where you look back at old pictures and see yourself doing something, and you're like, man, I forgot that I used to do that all the time. Or like, oh man, I forgot we used to do that. Or I forgot we used to have this inside joke or whatever it is with the people who are in the photo, or whatever it is that you're doing. And it's just it's interesting to me that we don't pay that much attention to that stuff. Like, again, like even 6 months ago, I would never have thought about outlining my goatee like this when I was shaving, or trying to make sure that my mustache is the right length. I mean, I had the mustache 6 months ago, but I definitely was not good at trimming it up, so it definitely took a lot longer to shave, and things like that. It's just that your daily routine just changes. Um, and to me, it's really interesting also the things that stay the same. So one of the things I'm doing in this video is just something as simple as putting on lotion. I've always had an issue with acne, and you can see my acne scars and things like that, but you'll also notice I don't really have any huge breakouts going on right now. I mean, like, I've had them before, and it used to be, especially before I started T, I'd get these huge breakouts, like my whole face is broken out, my whole chest is broken out, and then kind of calmed down a little bit, and I started T, and then I started right back up again. My whole face is broken out, my whole chest is broken out, um, and now it's just really calmed down, and I've noticed my scars are starting to go away, and that those everyday things that I'm doing are playing a different role. So now moisturizing my skin is helping me to clear up my face and clear up my chest and clear up my shoulders, my back, and things like that where I've had acne. Um, when I'm shaving now, when I'm shaving my face, it's exfoliating my face, which is something that it was always doing, but now is much more of a bigger part of my life that I pay attention to, is I'm wanting those scars to go away, or when I'm putting lotion on my chest, realizing how much chest hair is there, or how the scars are fading away and there's only a few bumps, as opposed to me having my whole chest looking like like a freaking like constellation or something. There's like so many just dots. It's just those subtle changes that you don't notice. Um, Another thing is binding. I don't know at what point this occurred, but when I first started binding, I was in my senior year of high school, and I was so excited to get a binder, and I was so excited to finally be able to bind and see how flat my chest looked. And now I look at it as just such a hassle, just because I've been binding for the last about 4 years. Um, but I realized that there are still people who are at that other moment where for them, their everyday of putting on a binder is probably something kind of amazing. And I'm sure there's never like at this like half a second I loved binding, at this half a second I hated it, but it's interesting to see how that changes. And which was something that I wanted to put in this video, or being able to wear button-up shirts. At this point, I kind of wish that I could wear t-shirts more often. I just don't feel comfortable doing it because of my chest. But when I first started transitioning, all I wanted to wear was button-ups. I was like, this is what I want to wear all the time. Like, these, I thought they looked cool. They made my chest look great. That was just all I wanted to wear. So really, yes, this is an update. You guys got to see what my facial hair looked like at this point, and what my chest hair looks like at this point, and that I'm more muscular than the last physique update that I did and stuff like that. But really, what it is for me is showing myself a moment of where I am right now, because I think it's so important to remember where you've come from. And also to remember where you thought you were going before you went there. So hopefully, in another 6 months or another year, I can update this, and maybe it'll be the same things, but I'll probably be going in another direction, and I'll definitely know from whence I came. Yeah, so anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I'll see you in the next video.